We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you want to be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete competition.
Welcome back, Demons, to DevilBabyGaming. We are here today to play our second human of many, hopefully, of our draft franchise. Week 14, episode 14. We're up against Millerfly today. He's not a streamer or nothing. He's just a good buddy of mine and the boys we have in this group. So let's see what we can do. Here we go. I'm gonna edit my uniform for the first time.
Yeah.
What's up? Let's go.
What's up?
One up and up is magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to back to back. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion.
Let's get it.
Try to catch me like bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready.
Hey man, you're doing better than a lot of other people. You're 8-4. There's nothing to complain about.
Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong.
I only played Rob.
My side, yeah, we in it for life. Magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get.
Hey man, I think I'm throwing the third most interceptions or second most, so don't feel bad.
Okay, Coach, we're in the so-called
I think Rob does.
rock and roll capital of the world, Cleveland, Ohio, at First Energy Stadium on the shores.
I think Rob has the most,
The
though.
scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the
I
tunnel.
think he's in like the
These folks
40s with
are fired up as their
interceptions
guys are ready
and
to do
like
battle between the Cincinnati
20s for
Bengals
touchdown.
and the Cleveland Browns. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Kill, turn up. Kill, turn up.
Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Philip Lindsay, calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Woo! Tannehill able to take off and pick up
That
the
was a close one.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On 1st down, Tannehill. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it, and the Bengals grab it. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
You gotta throw that ball, man.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving.
He's got to get rid of that ball now.
He had to figure they'd try and get the ball to Julio.
It's like the only thing that he's shit about is like, you can already hit the button, he goes through the motion, and then he fumbles.
You should know that that's
every
coming right
freaking
away.
time.
They go to the former Saint, Mark Ingram, able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Julio Jones, his Pro Bowl receiver, and that'll make it third down. From the gun, Winston.
Let's go, Vaughn! Woo!
Goes down. Vaughn
there
to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help the sit.
Oh, they get
he got it!
It's blocked.
Yes!
It's picked up. A line ball into the clear. He's in the 50, the 30, past the 20. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Touchdown, Cleveland! Ooh, that was perfect. Perfect timing. Woo. I bet you I won't do that very often.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. The last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure.
Hey, that was a nice little reverse.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on
That's
first down.
definitely not good.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Play fake. Winston. And his throw's going to be incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into
run defense, baby.
right around the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on first. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowski to punt this one away. Back deep, Jakeem Grant.
Mouthful of a name.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Here comes Grant on the return. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt.
That was a hell of a
And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Browns drive about to get started. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well.
Attaboy, Lindsey. Attaboy.
In this case, though, giving up the football. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Going deep downfield for Ross. And this is knocked away and incomplete.
They said it was a free play, so I was just bombing it.
Let's check the call. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Now a play fake here on first down. And now he's going to use his legs. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head. It's
I
time
probably
to
could have
go.
got a little more,
Tuck
but I
it and
didn't
get
want
all
to
you
risk
can.
it.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert.
Got a blur him. Maybe get some yards out of it,
there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Eluding the pressure right. Open man is Jacob Hollister. Just what the Browns needed there for a gain of 17.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a 1st down pickup.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Lindsey, and he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now Mostert.
Oh, get in there.
Can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in.
Touchdown, Cleveland. Let's go. So, you know, I do that on every touchdown. I do it for every touchdown, no matter what.
Tack on to their advantage. And nothing special there. They show they were going to run the football. They ran it. They got it in.
Like old-time football, right? Hey, this is exactly what we're going to do. Straight-ahead power, and they got it done.
Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now 14-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the 1st half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game.
Oh,
those scripts go between 12 and 24.
How do you drop that?
Down 2 touchdowns.
Oh, man.
Probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. They run. It's Mark Ingram. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this 1st quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
A big shot.
From the shotgun, it's Winston.
Oh!
And the throw there going to be incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Returnable for Grant. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
On first down, Lindsey. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And all the way in.
Touchdown, Cleveland.
Philip Lindsay with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strike ability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
We are extremely confident.
And this will be a touchback.
We just got to cut back on the
turnovers.
That's the only thing. We started off this game with a turnover. Last game we had an interception. The game before that, an interception. We just got to cut back on the turnovers, man.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Y'all playing the wrong football.
Gotcha.
Now on 2nd and 13. Winston caught by Jones. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 17 at a Cincinnati first down.
Almost thought Keith DeLeve was going to intercept it, but.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the counter, Ingram.
Oh, boy, right.
The tackle made by K.J. Wright. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, it's Ingram. Oh, he's got a Rodale up. There goes Mark Ingram. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Mark Ingram,
there it is.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
Hey, that's the biggest run that I've allowed this year.
Really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them
Could
very
be 10 to 14, but
the calming drive.
we got.
Now they have
I really got
more
lucky on that.
Okay, we're back in
block
it.
punt,
Right, we're
block
that was
The defense now needs to
block field goal.
reciprocate. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now we always talk about getting into the zone and all.
It's a foot race. 20.
There's some time. I tried to Deshaun Jackson that and try to waste a little bit of time, but these boys are starting to catch me.
The season, and the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Gano for the extra point.
I might have just missed. Oh wow, I didn't.
He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Surprised they gave me any power at all on that. I picked it way early.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
That was a dumb animation.
On 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Matthews.
Yeah, you caught it while his feet was on the ground, and then all of a sudden he just jumped.
The beauty of being able to play
that is a dumb animation.
You can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands.
The way to hit him,
guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. To throw, Winston. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
You can go for it. I'm not going to complain. That's 4th and 1.
And tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
You know what's crazy? Shane picked the Chiefs, right?
This one now.
Shane drafted that team. And look how good they are doing. They're 9 and 2. Literally, the 2 losses they had are when Shane was playing. Ever since Shane let that team go, or ever since he just said he was done, they have won every single game. It's nuts.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Working out of the gun, Winston. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll be
I like him. He doesn't drop a whole lot.
And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
Oh, yeah, I like Mike Gesicki. I played face of the franchise with, and he's the Dolphins tight end, and dude, he had more yards than a lot of people.
Jones has it, and he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
Because he just doesn't drop passes usually.
A nice gain of 21 yards. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship.
The ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it.
Good thing for Mike Gesicki again.
From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
Oh, he would have been down anyway.
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away.
Let's go. Let's do this.
He didn't exactly knock it free with his foot or his knee.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Adam Thielen, his fourth touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are able to cut into this lead. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, if you have him, you use it because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Sanders on for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14.
Makes the score Browns 28, Bengals 14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Oops.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 at the 45.
Recon, 132 fighter. Hey, Alpha.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. Looking deep for Gabriel.
That boy, Gabriel.
25.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Hey, team 6, 5.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. Open man is Ross, complete.
Oh, he broke that. Oh, damn. Good job, Ross.
Gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Ready, set.
On 1st down, it's Tannehill.
Throw the ball, man.
Not able to get away.
You have a wide open receiver. And I already hit the damn button.
First and goal, they decided to throw for it, but the coverage was excellent. And he kept holding the ball, hoping someone would shake free. Instead, he's hit and drop. And now, they're not even in the red zone anymore.
To try again after the sack. Tannehill. And an incomplete pass.
That's the wrong button.
That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number
meant
one.
to throw it to Gabriel.
Deron Harmon right there on the coverage. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
He's not going to get me.
Here's Tannehill. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. John Ross with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion.
For the first half, this is a pretty high-scoring game for the Bulls. What, 49 points in the first half? That's pretty high-scoring game so far.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
I can barely hear you on that one.
Bengals drive about to get going. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. There's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing, Winston. Looking downfield for Joe. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician.
Oh, shit.
But you're right. It felt like a matter of time.
I did not mean to do that.
On defense, they couldn't wait for
like the guy's right open in front of me, and I freaking hit
They take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Tannehill going deep downfield for Ross. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Here's Tannehill. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback.
Damn it. Yeah. Should have been there. Should have been there.
Ready.
The Bengals drive about to get going. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a really, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it.
Now Winston. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long. And they've been
looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
They still need about the length of the football.
Are you going for his 30 for 30 record?
2nd and inches. Another run by Lindsey. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Back to throw, Tannehill. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by James Bradbury. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. So they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys, let's go. Come on, capitalize on this one.
Looking for more on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
2 Vikings covering each other. Well, technically, a Viking covering a Viking. Yeah, he's already there, technically.
Out of the gun, they get
Ooh, good job,
He is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play.
Yeah, those Vikings still got Thielen and Justin Jefferson, I think that's his name. And that dude looks good.
Winston. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week, he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Not good at all. Punted just 24 yards there. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Flushed out right. And he's going to have the hook up to Ross. And now running right through it. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A gain of 32 that time.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy.
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Matt Milano leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Bravo.
58 for Mike, 58 for Mike. Rapid.
Tannehill.
Emoji rolling on the floor and think.
And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown.
Yeah, no, Jay, 24-yard punt. He probably messed up. Should happen.
Tack on to their advantage. Cano now to add the extra point.
I know a lot of people look at these games and think, all right, this thing's done.
Hey,
Let's have some sportsmanship. Let's not try and score. You should never do that in the NFL. I've seen big leagues
Justin says, come on, Judy, what was that?
With a loss.
Back when you did your 20.
Now, following
yeah, it has been. Well, I'm not lagging at all.
And this will be a touchback.
I don't know how I'm having network problems. I'm like hardwired in. Yeah, that's the only way I will ever play this any games again anymore because it is so nice.
Territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule.
Oh, I thought he had that. That was a good.
Move the ball.
That would have been good.
Times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Off the play fake, Winston.
Oh, come on, Danny.
Rashard Matthews the intended target, and it's third down.
That was Von Miller. I would have just freaking lit his
I'm just
ass
thinking
up.
to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now, the play caller's thinking, what have I done before? This worked well that I can go to right now.
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points.
Oh,
Not anything so far here in the second half. And they were
I know, it
well
just cracks me up. Yeah. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that.
21 yards there on third down. Winston now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's first and 10.
7 of 7? Damn.
Again, it's Winston. He's got the first down and more.
Ooh, I would have let Harrison hit him.
Finally brought down at the 38. A Bengal first down.
He's
A
moving on me.
16-yard pickup there.
A gain of 16 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. This is Ingram on first and 10. Danny Trevathan there to bring him down.
I still think you have the most rushing yards on me. I think the most that any team's gotten on me so far has been like 42.
And move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
Again, they'll run with Ingram. And brought down, but not
God, he hits
inside the
so
25.
hard.
It's a Bengal first down.
I love that
pickup
guy.
Of 11.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Ready. Blue ready. 50. Mike 50, huh? Check pass. Check pass. Let's go.
First down, Winston. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Green, triple C. 50, Mike's 50. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long
There it is.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Darn it.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly
I
on
hit
that
the
one.
button twice. Not just once, but twice.
So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5.
Drop deep, drop deep.
From the gun, Winston. This complete to Jones. Third catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll run here with Ingram. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. To throw is Winston. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mike Gesicki, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him to find him. Find him.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 6 yards puts him right on the doorstep, but now it'll be 4th and goal. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll turn to Thompson, and he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Chris Thompson. His 5th
I honestly thought we
touchdown
stopped
on
you.
the year. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. So they went for it from the 1 on 4th and goal, and they got it done.
Is this the new NFL?
This is the new NFL.
This is the updated NFL, and I like it. I know that quarterbacks across the league have spent the entire offseason and even during the season lobbying their coaches to go for it more on fourth down. Let's go get it. Because nowadays, you've got to score points to win games in the NFL. You can't just rely on your defense to hold them.
I think the quarterbacks want to eliminate field goals inside of 30 yards, probably.
Well, listen, they have enough confidence in themselves that they can call plays and make plays that they won't need those field goals inside the 30.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They'll go again with Lindsey. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally, down at the 41-yard line. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Break. 57's right. I smell fear in that offense. I smell
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you've got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him?
Oh, man.
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone that has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
Yeah, it'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the fourth.
At the 50-yard line.
Here we go. 10-2 stop. Get him. Get him. Get him.
From the 50, it's Tannehill. Rolling to his left. That's caught by Hollister. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 36 yards on the play. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long. And I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still done it. And now it's been a real issue for them.
Gotta keep a hold of that, sir. Come on.
Throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. And the incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead. But I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down.
Let's go now. 15 line. 15 line. You get block me. Pilot, 64. Wing. 5.
Again, Tannehill. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Matt Milano able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now from the 7, here's second and goal. Tannehill now to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Everson Griffin in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on third down following 2 negative plays. A shotgun snap for Tannehill, and this is going to be incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, They really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up fourth. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that will extend the lead out to 24. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. They are in the 4th and Buffalo. The Bills have taken the lead in the final stages. Dak Prescott with 1 touchdown pass thus far. The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And the Bengals first down.
Ready? Black 25. Ready to go.
Now Ingram, he's been busy today. And he's got this down to the 35. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Winston now. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. Give him 17 at a Cincinnati first down. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Jameis now on first down. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And nothing but daylight ahead. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. They'll run. It's Lindsey. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Lindsey. He's got the first down inside the 10. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
But, got to get the point. Get on the point right here.
Throwing on second down. Winston. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on error.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Justin Coleman.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Down. 30 base.
58, come on. Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know.
They'll run on first down. Lindsey. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
GG, sir. GG.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Cleveland, the streak lives as they move to 13-0 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, you wonder what this will do to their playoff prospects as they fall to 8-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaughton. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Alrighty, boys and girls. I believe that I'm going to give the player of the game to Phillip Lindsay. He did awesome, multiple rushing touchdowns. He did awesome. Good defense. I think that was the most yards we've allowed. Rushing, so good jobs to our opponent there. Other than that, boys, good job. Come back next week against Arizona, flip some bat, and stay undefeated. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, Cleveland!